Hey friends, welcome to this pre-ovulation class. So pre-ovulation is typically the time where we are most energetic in our practice. However, I want to tell you that it doesn't necessarily mean that your practice at this time of your cycle needs to be energetic. If you perhaps are feeling really tired, really run down, then this class is not going to be the class for you. Maybe you pick one of the other classes in the series. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to always practice where you are in the cycle. However, if you are feeling really energetic, really good in your body, I typically find after my period has finished, my energy starts to lift. So if that's where you are right now, then this class is going to be great for you to practice. This is also the only time of the cycle where we do any sort of belly compression, we do any sort of twisting, because you haven't yet ovulated. And this is a great time where we can really help the body to flush and just shift any sort of stagnant stuff that is held in our body. So that's what we'll be doing in today's class. A lot of twisting, cultivating energy, cultivating hope, and hopefully helping ourselves to feel really good and vibrant in our bodies. Let's get on the mat. All right, so we are going to move into some sun salutations. Before we do that, we're just going to arrive in our body, as is important in any yoga practice, and also just help to warm up our body a little bit. So just take the arms all the way above the head, interlace the fingers, reach them up tall, and then take them all the way over to one side. Engage through that side core as you lift all the way up and over to the opposite side. Draw the elbows back behind you, and then exhale, reach the arms out in front, helping to open up the back a little bit. Inhale as you open, so you can move the hips forward if that feels good, or keep them over the ankles. We start to move and get into the body a little bit more. Inhale and exhale. Coming back to center, rolling the shoulders back and down. So we need to look over the right shoulder, maybe holding onto the waist. Look over the left shoulder. And essentially we're going to speed this up a little bit as we start to build a little heat and energy in the body. So you can let the arms just fly free and dangle and hit the body. So just helping to loosen the body up, shift any stagnant energy that we might be holding. So we start off quite slow, get into a bit of a rhythm, and then we're going to build this up with the breath. So moving a bit faster, you'll find the arms hit a little bit heavier, but that's okay. Building up a little bit faster still. And then slowing it down till you come back to rest. Beautiful. Let's come to the front of our mat. Bring the feet underneath our hips. So we inhale the arms to sky. Exhale as we fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. As you inhale, step that right foot back. Come into a low lunge to start. So just leaning the weight forward. And then leave the right hand on the ground. Let's find a twist. Inhale the left arm to sky. Exhale as you lower it down. Lift up the back foot as you step back to your plank, so full power through the core, and then exhale back, downward facing dog. Just stay here for a few breaths. You may bend the knees, lift the hips high, and then draw down through the heels. And then looking towards the hands, walking or in one step if you can. all the way up to the front of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale as you sweep and rise the arms to sky. Exhale through heart. As you inhale, lift through the left leg. Reach to the outside. We find a standing twist here. Extend through that back arm if you can. It's quite challenging. Again, noticing the internal dialogue when we challenge. See if we can shift it to more positive. Come back to center. Release the leg. Right leg lifts. Anchor with the hand and then reach behind. Notice the internal dialogue if you fall like me. And then come back to center. Inhale the arms to sky. Exhale as you fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Step the left foot back this time. Bring that back knee down and just leaning into the lunge to start with. And then with the left hand grounded, inhale the right arm up into the twist. And exhale, release it down. Tuck the back toes, lift that left knee as you press into hands. Right foot steps back, power into the core. And then exhale back, downward facing dog. Feel free to move here if that feels better for you, or find stillness. It's your choice. And then looking towards the hands, bend the knees. Step or walk the feet up to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Let's sweep and rise the arms to sky. And exhale back through heart. This time as you inhale, take a seat into your chair pose. So some strength through the legs, some power, creating a little bit of heat in the body. Exhale as you fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Step the right leg back this time, but don't take the knee down now unless you need to. So if you need to because it's too much, it's too intense, please bring that knee down. But otherwise, stay up in high lunge. Right hand to the mat. Inhale, we find the twist here. A little bit more challenging. Notice what comes up in the mind as you're challenged. Left hand to the mat, just as we did before. Power up through the hands, through the core, step back, plank. And then exhale it back, downward facing dog. Bend the knees, look towards the hands, step or walk the feet up. Forward fold here. Inhale, sweep and rise. Hands through heart. Take a seat. Find chair pose, find strength through those legs. And then fold it down. Take the left foot back. Bring the knee down if you need support. Otherwise, left hand grounds. Find the twist. Lower the hand. Power it through the core and the legs and the arms. Take a breath. You can do this. You are strong. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Bend the knees, look towards the hands. Step or walk the feet up to meet the hands. And just surrender into forward fold here. So find the elbows, maybe find the back of the knees. Let the head completely rest. When you're ready to Raise the body up. Hands to heart. Inhale, chair pose. Starting to see a little bit of a pattern now. Breathe. Forward fold. Right leg steps back. This time you've got the option bringing the knee down, coming to the twist here in an open twist, or bringing the elbow to the outside of the thigh. Hands to heart, gently pressing in. So getting that little bit of belly compression here. Helps to compress those organs, flush them out, and then release them so that they get that fresh flow of energy and blood. So inhale, hands down, power up through the core, step it back. And downward facing dog. Bend the knees, look towards the hands. Step or walk the feet forward, forward fold. Inhale, rise it up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, take a seat. Exhale and fold. Left leg steps back this time. Again, you can come to that open twist or hook the elbow on. Palms together, find the twist. Release the hands back to the earth. Power up as you step back. Maybe add a smile to your face. Yes, it's challenging, but it's not so serious after all. Downward facing dog. Remember, at any time you can rest. This is not boot camp, this is yoga. Remember that. It's about listening to your body. Let's step it forwards. Forward fold. Sweep and rise. Inhale. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, chair pose. We start to get a little bit trickier this time. Hands come to heart. We find the twist here. Shift the weight into the left foot as you step the right foot back. Nice. Maybe open your wingspan here. Hands back to heart. Think about shifting the weight forward. Then do it. Doesn't matter how many steps it takes. Back to center. Inhale to sky. Oh, that one feels much better. Exhale, hands through heart. And take a little bit of a break from this one. Bring the hands onto the low back. Start to open up the heart to sky. Maybe looking behind you if that feels okay. Engage with the core gently. And exhale, come back. Inhale, take a seat. Hands through heart. We find that twist on the opposite side. Hook the elbow. If it's too much to step back for you, you can stay here while we move. You don't have to come into the twist. Into the lunge rather. Stepping that left foot back. Keep pressing into the hands. Creasing that twist. And then when you're ready to, stepping forwards. Back through center. Inhale, sweep and rise the arms up. And exhale, hands through heart. Well done. It's quite challenging. Inhale, let's take a seat, chair pose. Hands through heart. You know where we're going by now, hey. Elbow in. Step the foot back. Open the wingspan. Close the wingspan. Frame the front foot. Power up. Step it back. Downward facing dog. This time I want you to reach the right hand across to the left ankle. Bend the knees as much as you need. Find your twist here. Release the hand. Bend the knees, look towards the hand, step or walk the feet. Forward fold. Sweep and rise. Inhale. Exhale, hands through heart. Inhale, take a seat. Exhale, move into your twist. Step the left foot back. Try not to fall over like me and need the wall for support. Inhale, open the wingspan. Hands come back to heart. Frame the front foot. Step it back. Power on through the legs. Power on through the core. And downward facing dog. It's funny how this pose becomes a resting pose. In other classes it can feel so challenging. Reach that left hand across to the ankle, looking up through the right armpit. Release that left hand, bring the knees down. Take the knees nice and wide as you come to child's pose. Let's just enjoy being on the floor for a little bit, shall we? Rest the forehead down, let the body weight just get heavy. It's always nice once you've stirred everything up to also enjoy the stillness. And then from here, I just want you to walk the hands over. Right hand on top of left, and then soften the head back down. So you should be getting a really nice stretch through that right side of the body. And then walk Hands all the way over to the opposite side. Left hand on top of right. Soften in. Coming back into center, we're going to come to lie all the way down on the belly. So just get yourself comfortable. And just let the body release completely into the mat. So hips are heavy, shoulders relaxed, legs are heavy. And then I want you to engage the legs. So feel like you're squeezing the toes towards each other, pressing the pubic bone into the floor, and bring the hands out, just about where your shoulders are. Keep the chin tucked as you inhale. We start to roll up, just until it's comfortable for your back. Lift the head, and then exhale, we roll back down. Inhale, chin tucks, roll up, lift the head, maybe look to the sky if that's okay. And then exhale, slowly bring it back down. Inhale to rise. Exhale to lower. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. This time, if it feels okay to do so, once you're at the top, gently look over that left shoulder. And exhale it back down. Inhale up, over the right shoulder. And gently back down. Come all the way down to rest. Forehead back onto the hands. Just give the hips a little rock from side to side. Move into our bow pose now. So reach the left hand out in front of you. Bend the right knee as I try not to knock the plants over. Hold onto the right foot. As you gently press the foot into the hand, you'll notice that the thigh begins to lift. Also engage through the core in the back as the left hand lifts, and it's almost like you're bringing opposite shoulder blade and hip towards each other on the back line of the body. Tuck the chin so that the back line of the head stays long. See if you can remember to keep breathing here as well. It's quite challenging to do so. Lift a little bit higher, and then exhale it down. Rock the hips from side to side. And then we come to the opposite side. So right hand is out in front of us. Reach the left hand around to find the foot. Press the foot into the hand to start to lift. See if you can keep the leg in the midline though. So it wants to pop out to the side. Draw it back in. Right hand lifts. Engage through the back line of the body. Keep breathing. So many things to think about at once. Lift a little bit higher and then soften it down. Forehead to earth. Rock those hips. And coming into more gentle option now as we come into our Sphinx pose. So bring the elbows underneath the shoulders. So still offering some compression into that pelvis, but not so much. I want you to draw the shoulder blades together. Then I want you to press the pubic bone into the floor and engage the legs so the inner thighs draw in. And then I want you to see if you can keep breathing into that low belly. And you can stay here. If you're able to and you want to, you can press into the hands and come a little bit higher. So if this feels a bit icky through the back, make sure you come down, listen to your body. But if it feels okay, keep squeezing the thighs in so the glutes are active. Keep pressing through the pubic bone. Keep opening through the heart. And then slowly lower it down to rest. Forehead to the mat. Hips rock from side to side. And when you're ready to, we're going to come back up and come into our malasana squat. So this is our low squat. I want you to bring the feet as close as what works for your body. So some people will have them in quite close. They'll be able to find the heels really easily. I can only find the heels if I sit all the way back like this. So find what works for you. We're all different. Bring the elbows inside the thighs and then just gently lift through the heart, lengthen through the spine. You should be getting a beautiful opening through this part of the body. Nice. And then release the hands down. Down to take a seat. And come into a seated twist now. So we'll start with an easy twist and we'll work into something a little bit deeper. So nice easy twist is just in a seat, sitting tall in the spine. You're going to look over the left shoulder and then we're going to increase it by reaching a hand around, using one hand onto the knee as an anchor and looking over that back shoulder. Gently release. Coming to the opposite side. Releasing back to the front. I want you to now cross the legs over. So one leg comes up and over. And what this provides is a little bit of compression for the belly. So we're going to be twisting towards this leg. This is usually the only time of the cycle that we do this active compression. So again, looking over that left shoulder, left hand comes behind. The arm can reach up and then the elbow will press into the thigh. If you want, you could also hug that leg in if that gives you better compression and better control over the leg. It's completely up to you. Keep trying to sit tall on the inhale, so pressing down into those sit bones and anchoring into the leg on the exhale, twisting a little further. Release back to center, let your spine untwist, and then change the cross of the legs as we move into the twist on the opposite side. Remember always to find that length, especially in our twists. We don't want to be twisting when our spine is crunched. Coming back to center. Letting that spine untwist. Beautiful. All right, so we're going to come to sit now so that our legs are facing in one direction. We're going to plant the hand behind, and as you inhale, I just want you to lift the hips up and take a beautiful side stretch through the body. And then exhale, lower them back down. Nice. Inhale as you lift. Exhale as you lower. So you'll probably also feel this stretch through the hip as we lift up, which is fine. Just work in a way that feels good for your body. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Just come to sit in center for a moment. And move to the opposite side, so change the legs to the opposite direction. Get yourself comfortable before we start adding movement. Left hand down, inhale, lift up. Exhale and lower. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more of these. Inhale. And exhale. All right, cross those legs. So given this is the time where we tend to have the most energy, I would like for us to practice a seated meditation at the end of this class. However, if that's not right for you, if you prefer to lie down when you meditate, please go ahead and do so. I hope by now you know that my classes are really choose your own adventure, and if you don't like something, please do something different. So, as we prepare to get comfortable in a seated position, if you want to, you can sit up on a bolster, or you could even sit against a wall if that will help you to keep the length through the spine. Remember, we want to keep the breath moving through the body, so preferably that spine stays nice and long. At this stage of the cycle, we're usually feeling pretty good in the body. We might be feeling a little bit more outgoing than normal as our estrogen rises, a little bit flirty, a little bit sexy in the body. So I really want us to, in our meditation today, to really check in with our body, not for any other purpose than for what feels good in my body. So with that intention, let's settle into our meditation. I want you to close down the eyes, get yourself comfortable as we prepare to meditate together. So let yourself start to sink into your internal world, which simply means let your body relax and turn your gaze or your awareness inside. The breath is always an obvious focus to bring the mind to. So start there if you need, watching the inhale and the exhale. I want you to draw your attention now to your heart space. Notice how it's feeling. Is it light or heavy? Is it tight or open? Dark or bright? If there is an emotion sitting there, can you name it? Is there a sensation of hope and excitement? If there's not, I would like for you to start cultivating that sensation of hope in your body, that excitement. And whilst this is a fertility practice and you are probably trying to conceive, your hope doesn't necessarily have to be around a baby, because maybe that's too hard right now. Maybe you need to cultivate hope around your beautiful life, your beautiful home, your partner. Maybe you have other children. Maybe you're planning for a holiday or a new job, a new career. Maybe it's just the daily things that bring you so much joy that you can create a sense of hopefulness about, really intentionally bringing your awareness to them by making sure you do these small daily things. So for me, if I'm trying to create a really beautiful feeling of being excited and connected to my life, there are things that just bring me joy. Cracking open a brand new book I've been waiting to read for ages. Meeting a friend for a cuppa to sit and talk for hours. To visiting my favorite beach. Diving in the ocean. To going out with friends and dancing and laughing until our bellies hurt. To snuggling with my kids before bedtime and being present and aware there, not thinking of everything else I have to do, just enjoying the cuddle. To intentional time to connect with my partner, not distraction, just being there. To talking with him about our plans for the future, the holidays will take. So much of the joy is in the excitement, in the anticipation of these wonderful things to come. And if you're able to let that joy include the vision of your baby, but it doesn't have to. It can just be the vision of your beautiful life that you're going to live with intention, creating that beautiful life. Let yourself rest in this visualization now. Let yourself have a smile on your face as you imagine your beautiful, happy life. ready to return. Start to slowly deepen your breathing, bring your awareness back to your physical body. Bring the hands to heart, bow down the head, and just honor yourself for being brave enough to vision what you would like the future to hold, to cultivate these feelings of hope when you feel hopelessness and when you feel afraid that your heart's going to be hurt. Honor that bravery in you and allow the hope to remain. Thank you for sharing your practice with me. Namaste.